The Manhattan Project by Tanner Mowery and Miguel Urbina. Narrated by Tanner Mowery. In 1939, the world discovered German scientists had discovered how to split a uranium atom, soon causing fear of the possibility of the Nazis using the energy to produce a bomb of unspeakable power. Albert Einstein and Enrico Fermi, now living in the United States. After Einstein fled Nazi persecution, and Fermi escaped fascist Italy, they agreed that the president should be informed of the potential danger the Axis powers were holding. Fermi had traveled to Washington, D.C. to express his concern to the government officials, but they did not share his concern. Einstein wrote a letter to President Roosevelt, hoping to persuade him into developing an atomic research program. Roosevelt did not think it was necessary, but agreed to start the program in late 1941. The effort to build an atomic bomb received the code name of the Manhattan Project. The project was directed by physicist Robert Oppenheimer. Among the scientists who worked on the Manhattan Project were Italian physicist Enrico Fermi, American theoretical physicist Richard Feynman, Hungarian-American mathematician John von Neumann, Hungarian-American theoretical physicist Edward Teller, and Polish-American mathematician Stanislaw Ulam notably. Several of these scientists, including Einstein and Ulam, were of Jewish descent and eventually resided in America because of Nazi persecution. The project took place at nuclear facilities that were built at Oak Ridge, Tennessee, Hanford, Washington, and the main assembly plant, which was built at Los Alamos, New Mexico. The first nuclear bomb detonation test titled Trinity was successfully conducted on July 16th of 1945 in Alamogordo, New Mexico. The Manhattan Project ultimately produced two types of atomic bombs, the plutonium implosion device and the uranium bomb. The plutonium bomb was the more difficult of the two to construct and required testing, whereas the uranium bomb was more simple and remained untested until the war. Following Trinity, the U.S. government attempted to end World War II by detonating its uranium bomb, nicknamed Little Boy, over Hiroshima, Japan. On August 6 of 1945, the blast destroyed approximately one-third of the city and caused about 140,000 casualties. Japan's reluctance to surrender prompted the United States to drop its second plutonium bomb, nicknamed Fat Man, over Nagasaki, Japan, 3 days later. This blast killed about 70,000 people, destroyed about one-third of the city, and subsequently ended the war. Nuclear fission is a splitting of the nucleus of a heavy atom into smaller pieces, which releases a gigantic amount of energy. When this type of reaction is self-sustaining, it stimulates further reactions. It is called a chain reaction. Critical mass is the minimum mass of fissionable material needed to ensure that a nuclear reaction sustains a chain reaction. Achieving a critical mass, ultimately a chain reaction, was the essential challenge in developing both Little Boy and Fat Man. The Little Boy design utilized the gun method, which was detonated by firing a mass of uranium down a cylinder into another mass of uranium to produce a chain reaction. Fat Man was an implosion type device that used plutonium. In this design, plutonium was placed in the center of a hollowed-out sphere of high explosives, and a number of detonators located on the high explosive surface were simultaneously fired, pressurizing the core and increasing its density, creating an implosion that resulted in a chain reaction. The Trinity test bomb was similar and was nicknamed the Gadget. Little Boy produced a blast of approximately 12,500 tons of TNT. Fat Man had the explosive power of about 22,000 tons of TNT, and the gadget had a blast shield of around 15 to 20 tons of TNT. The revolutionary science of the Manhattan Project paved the way for significant advancements in physics, chemistry, and mathematics. However, the historical impact of the atomic bombs dropped on Japan, as well as the philosophical and ethical ramifications, is an issue still debated today.